This is AK's garage, and here I am getting ready to get this transmission out on this. So you can see I already took the bolts off here. You gotta take these off. Well, this is how I go about it. So I take these off, took the bolt off of here, and I still have to do these here. Take this this part of the brake off, hang it up here. That's my plan. And then I gotta take this one off, and I gotta do the same thing on the other side. Once I get all those off, once I get this off, this off, then I'll push these two out. So I need these two in. When I go to try to take this off, I need it to be braced up here before I take this one off. So I will take off this, and this one's already off. I just got to tap it out, and this one here has to come out. So the way I go about doing this is I drop the whole subframe here. I drop that down. I like to try to leave this up here or just let it kind of dangle, but it has to come off of the subframe. That way you don't have to disconnect none of your lines that's connected to this, okay? I'm gonna leave this here. I don't move these out when I do it. Just take it off here, this drops down, and then you're able to just drop the whole subframe down with the brakes and stuff on there, okay? So you see I have jack stands, I have my jacks. So what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna go over here on the other side. Also, I got a little bracing system that I use up here to brace the engine. I attach it to this point here, put my brace across, and I put the other brace across here and attach it back there to hold that engine up, where it's just for me, it's reassurance. I like to have that reassurance. I have these here, and then I also have something up under there to try to help brace it. So, like I said, as you can see here, I got this here because I haven't took this nut off yet. So you need something to hold this when you go to move. So you take this here. So you got these little grooves down in here. You can stick this down there like that. Even when you tighten it, stick it in there like that. And then when you go to take this off, see it'll brace right there like that. So that's how I use that. So right now, I got go to AutoZone or O'Reilly's or something like that. Get you one of these kits. There's no reason to buy all these. It's according to how many of these you're doing a week, a day, or whatever. So you just go in and you find you one that fits. That's all you really have to do. Once you find the one that fits, stick it on something like this. Stick it on. Now what I like to do is these things right here on your jack. This is what you use to put on here. Look, put that bad boy on there like this, and guess what? Now you have a nice bar to help you out. Push down till it loosen up. Once you have it there, now you're ready to continue the turn. Now once you get it loose, I like to switch it from this to a socket wrench, a big socket wrench. That way you can ratchet and get it out of there a little faster sometimes. Now you can get it on here. And you can really weld at it a little bit. Something like that. And if you don't like that, then you can take your drill at this point. Put it on your big drill. And you can put it on there. I'm not a big fan of using it on my on these. I'm so afraid of stripping some of this stuff that I'd rather spend time doing this. There's certain pieces that I don't want stripped, so I spend time doing it like this. Or another thing I do is I make bars. You know, if you're any kind of mechanic or anything, do any kind of mechanic work, you always make some tools. So I got this bar that's starting to kind of get weak now, but I put these on here and it'll help me out getting this stuff out. So I do that. So we're gonna get that off. I'm gonna get that off to the side, and now we got to get these up, this off. Unscrew these here, and also this one back here. So I put my tools. I know this might be a message to some people, but I find myself going to a salvage yard a lot, and when I go to the salvage yards, trying to have something organized and big and bulky, it just becomes kind of in your way. I find it to be kind of, I know this might not be convenient for some, but I like to put it like this. Go to the salvage yard, and I try to separate them. Now they usually are separated, but I've been bouncing around in here in the boxes. But this is supposed to be all 1/4 in this box, I believe, and then this all, now this 1/4 here, and then it's supposed to be 3/8, and my other box is 1/2 inch. So it's supposed to be separated, but I'm in working, so they're not right now. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get these off, and I'll get back. Okay, as you can see, I pulled this off. I always put my bolts back, or my screws back, my nuts back, or whatever. Put these back where they were at. Brake pads, take those off. I like to organize my stuff over here around my jack stand here. All my nuts and my bolts. I like to keep some of the sockets I use a lot. Organize it around this thing here, that way you don't lose anything. So you see I took this off, and you see I have my wrench here. So you get your wrench, set it there, get your impact, make sure it's in reverse. Always check it's in reverse mode before I start, that way I won't hit the button and over tighten it. So you get that on there. Try to do it with this camera on there. Probably not too easy. So I try to get it on there somehow. That way you can hold it. So I do that, and I put my drill on the bottom, and and it's out in no time. Hold on a second. Let me get that done. Okay. See, I have the top piece off now. So I'll just take it and you pull it on through like that. And then what I do is I pull that part through. I grab the center and I stick that on. Stick this on here like that. Like that. And then I grab the top piece and I stick it on like that. And then the last piece, I go ahead and put it on the top. Now we have all of it together. We shouldn't lose anything. That goes over here. See how I'm organizing everything? Honestly, when you do this, it's not a lot of bolts or screws or nuts and anything. It's not that many, but it's trying to organize it where you don't hurt yourself, nothing falls, nothing bang, nothing, you know. That's what it's all really about. It's trying to organize it where it comes down smooth and everything goes smooth. So like I said, okay, so I disconnected that now. Got these two nuts out. This is pretty much almost out. I'm gonna finish that. The brakes are off. So honestly, all the nuts is pretty much out over here. I just need to bang this out and bang these two out. So I'm gonna work on finishing this, then I'm gonna conquer that, and then I'm gonna conquer this. Okay. Okay, so I have this out now, and now I'm back here working on this, and so I'm gonna take this off. Wow. Don't want to bang it really, so I'm gonna stick this on there. Sometimes these work a little better than banging it. There we go. It's on there. Look like it's gonna grip it well. Get those on. Find something that fits it here. Have this off. See, I stuck this there to finish that off. So I'm gonna pop this off with this tool. Then once I get this off here, then I'll be ready to knock these screws out here. And once I get these two out, then this thing here kind of lay down. Then this whole side, passenger side, is disconnected from the frame or whatever. Only thing I'll be left with is this shaft right here, and I should be able to squeeze it out once I get this to lean back. Okay, so we're gonna find something that fits that second here. I think it's a 3/4, but let's see here what I have just right here ready. There it goes. Look at that. That's nice. Nice and snug. All right. So I got me a socket wrench here. And we're going to turn it here. I hope that it pops this thing out. Pretty easy. Oh, there it goes. It's already out. Didn't take much at all. All right, it's out. Yeah, I can lift this out. There we go. Now, one thing that I didn't say before I get any further here is that you don't want your steering wheel to move when you're doing this. Absolutely, you do not want your steering wheel to move. You want it to stay as straight as possible inside the car. That way you don't have to try to realign your rack and pinion, okay? So this is what I do. I come around, grab your seat belt. That's the key to this. Grab your seat belt, you pull it, put it around your steering wheel like this. Okay, and you need to go around and attach your seat belt to the buckle over there. Okay, so once you get it in there like that, go ahead and tug on it. Try to get your steering wheel tight. Okay, just like that. Tug on it a little bit. Get it nice and tight. Where the steering wheel don't move. Now, you ready to take those tie rods off. Okay. So now, I would take this tie rod off, and I know that it's not gonna, my steering wheel is not gonna move. Boom. That's off. Push it out of my way. Okay. Then that's out of my way. Now what we left with is these two here. We need to bang these out. They have like little grooves in it where they lock in really, really tight. So you can't just reach up there and pull them out. So I go like this with my sledge. See that? See that? And then you see this little grooves. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if we can focus on that. Yeah, you see those little, oh, look at that one. You can see that one down there real good. See the little grooves? They lock in there real tight. So you can't turn it out and squeeze it out with your hand or nothing. Now that once you get in this position, now you can push on this back and forward, and it'll help you get the bolt out. See that? And then remember that I took these off of here earlier. So I like to take these. This one is the top one. I put it up there. This one's the bottom one. So this is the top one. I put it on. Okay. Yeah, you know you ain't gonna lose that. See, same old thing. Just push on this. And it's off. Now we at this spot right now with this coming down. Now this needs to be pushed in and released. See that? Now this is released now. Now that I have it released, now you gotta pop it out from back there. And once you pop it out, then you be able to grip it and move it off out of your way. So what I use to pop those out with is a crowbar. Get you a crowbar. I love crowbars. When I go to salvage yards, I have to have me a crowbar. You never know when you're gonna need a crowbar when you're at the salvage yard, because it can actually help you push a motor out of the way, push a transmission that's heavy or a motor that's heavy. You can move it out of your way, move it to the side, roll it over. The crowbar helps out a lot. So as you can see, that's loose. I haven't done the other side yet, but this is there, and this is how you want it to sit. Because when I go to lower down that subframe, it's going to lay down on the ground. This is going to stand up like it's has wheels on it, and you can take it and slide it and roll it right out of the way. So, like I said before earlier, it's that there's not a lot of bolts to this. It's not. But what there is just trying to organize it where it comes down easy, where it's smooth, where you can get it done smooth. You shouldn't have nothing leaking when you're doing this. The only thing that should be leaking is transmission fluid, because that's what we after, the transmission right now. Okay. All right. This here, I like to take these and I tie them up. This is not tied yet, but I'm going to show you. Okay. As you can see, I got this tied up. Just get you a nice little bungee or whatever, tie it up. That's another reason why I leave these in. That way you take your brakes, hang them up where it doesn't move. And it's all trusty. It's been good to me. So you just gotta find your nice little position, find your nice little spot here where you can get on that transmission and pop this out. Just trying to find a spot sometimes could be challenging. I did find one car one time, it was just no way to get anything in there. So I just try to find me a good spot somewhere where I could pry it out. So get in here, see. You try to find your, you can see here. Hold on a minute. Okay, as you can see, I have the other side all disconnected. Only thing we have to take off is the shafts. I don't want to take the shafts out yet because it's going to leak. So I'm not at that point yet to have it leaking all over the floor. I don't want to see that yet. So I'm going to take off the steering wheel, the racket pinion from the steering wheel. I'm going to disconnect that. And then basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of everything around before I have this stuff leaking on the ground. That way when I get on the ground and move all those other bolts and screws out, I won't be sitting in transmission fluid, okay? But anyway, that's it for right now. The next part, I'll come back and finish it later. This is AK's Garage.